What's up everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today I'm down at Hendrick BMW of Northlake, and behind me we're going to take a look at the 2020 BMW X5 M50i. Huge shout out to them for providing this SUV for me today. I'll have all their contact information in the description below. The model that we're looking at today is finished off in mineral white metallic and has an MSRP just over $97,000. Under the hood, this has a 4.4 liter twin power turbocharged V8 engine, and this is only paired to the 8-speed automatic with steering wheel mounted paddle shifters. This engine produces 523 horsepower at 5,500 RPM and 553 pound-feet of torque as low as 1,800 RPM. It is all-wheel drive, weighs around 5,200 pounds, 0 to 60 is 4.1 seconds, and it has a top speed of 155 miles an hour. And with a fuel capacity of 21.9 gallons, you can expect to see 16 miles per gallon in the city and 22 on the highway. The wheelbase measures 117.1 inches. It has an overall length of 194.3. The width is 78.9, its height is 68.7 inches, and ground clearance is at 8.7 inches. Starting up front, this comes with adaptive LED headlights with laser light technology, along with daytime running lights, and the ambient turn signal runs on the top section of the housing, giving it a really nice look. This has a forward-facing camera just in the center of the kidney-style grille, which is finished off in piano black and quite large. This has 6 forward-facing parking sensors, along with a sensor down in the lower section of the bumper. The mesh cutouts are quite large, and there's an opening to the left and the right to provide even more cooling to the engine. And then off to the sides, you'll see the fog lights, along with more piano black in the housings. There's more mesh up underneath, along with functional cutouts to help provide with better aerodynamics. There's nice contours that run throughout the front section of the bumper, and as we make our way up to the hood, it features very clean lines running throughout it. Moving to the side, this features a set of 22-inch M-style wheels. They measure 9.5 inches up front and 10.5 in the rear, with a multi-spoke design finished off in gloss black. Disc brakes are in all 4 corners. You can see the calipers have also been painted blue with the M badge on them as well. Just behind the front tire, you'll see an air vent that starts a very distinctive line that runs down the lower section of the door. The side skirts also have nice contoured lines in them as well. As we make our way up to the side mirrors, you can see they are half body colored and half gloss black. They're power folding, feature the integrated turn signal, along with a camera as part of the 360-degree camera system. All of the window trim has been blacked out, and as we make our way up to the roof, you'll see the roof racks on each side, along with a panoramic sunroof. And finishing up in the rear with the body-colored spoiler and integrated third brake light, the wiper blade is in the lower section of the glass to help improve with visibility. This has LED taillights, a split-style power liftgate. It has a backup camera with 6 parking sensors. There's a nice contrast piece running through the lower section of the bumper, and finishing up with the exhaust on each side. So that's going to wrap it up with the exterior walk around on the 2020 BMW X5. I really like this specific model with all of the black accents, especially against the white. It really makes all of them pop and gives it a really nice look. But now we can go ahead and check out the interior, and as long as I have the key on me, just place my hand on the door handle there and it will automatically unlock. So once inside, we can go ahead and start this up. With my foot on the brake, the engine start stop button is right in the middle. We can go ahead and bring this to life. Looking at the center gauge cluster, you'll see the fuel gauge over on the left side along with your miles per hour. You have the tach and engine temperature on the right side along with the outside temperature. The navigation is right in the center. You also have the clock and the odometer on the far left. So moving on from that, we're going to go over to the door panel. You'll see it is completely covered in leather with really nice stitching running across the top. You have your seat memory adjustments along with some massaging seat functions just in front of that. With your lock and unlock, the aluminum release handle is right in the center. Underneath, we have all of the window controls along with the side mirror adjustments. You have the power liftgate control right in front of that, and plenty of storage space down below. There's a cup holder in the front side. But now moving on to the seats. These are heated and ventilated seats. They have really nice stitching running down the bolsters, a cool pattern running down the middle as well. They have adjustable bolster support to them, along with all the massaging settings and features. So they're really comfortable. You can get in a good spot. Moving on to the steering wheel, it's completely covered in leather. It is heated as well with the button down in the middle. On the left side, you have all of your cruise control and adaptive cruise control settings. On the right side is your Bluetooth along with volume for the radio. And you have another control here for the center screen, which we'll get to here soon. Aluminum paddle shifters are on the back side, have a really nice feel to them. Over on the left side, there's a little bit of a storage compartment for anything that you'd like to place there. You have all of your headlight controls, fog light controls, DRLs, things like that, along with one air vent on the top of that. You can see part of the 16 speaker Harman Kardon audio sound system. There's one on the top as well as one in the middle of the door. As we make our way to the middle here, the whole dash is covered in leather with stitching. We have the heads-up display along with one speaker in the middle. And now right in the center, we'll take a look at the 12.3-inch screen. So right now I have it on the home screen, and you can see the navigation. You can scroll over and see radio, your phone when that's hooked up. You have some more data, local traffic information, along with a compass. On the left side, we basically have all of the preset controls. So just clicking on media, it will pull all of that up. We can hit the home button, go down and view your phone. So when that is hooked up and paired, we can pull up the navigation full screen. You have so many different settings that you can go through. You have your car, so you can go in and look at your vehicle status, along with car care, driver profiles, experience modes, and just go through all of this, the ambient lighting, temperature control, your seat ventilation. You have a ton of different settings within that. There's an apps button down below. As you saw, this is a touchscreen system, but you can use this rotary dial down below. That's finished off in a very nice material. You can rotate it, click on it. You have up, down, left, and right, and then some shortcuts to your navigation, your map. You have home, media, and phone, along with back and options behind that. Just underneath that, you will see two air vents, along with the hazard control and the intelligent safety. So you can have that on, you can customize it, you can go into it and turn anything on and off that you'd like your front collision, your side collision warning. You have lane departure assist, so you can have it at early, medium, or reduced. There's your steering intervention along with your active blind spot. So it's very nice that these are all kind of integrated into one button. Right in the center, we'll take a look at the climate controls. This has a 4-zone climate control system. 2 are up front, 2 are for the rear passengers. You can easily turn on and off the driver or passenger just by clicking on these fan speeds here. You have the temperatures on the outside of that. You have some more recirc buttons to the left and the right, along with the heated and ventilated seats for the driver and passenger. As we make our way down to the middle here, you'll see all of these preset buttons, along with the volume and power for the radio, with some other controls on the left and the right. This does have the gesture control, so just by spinning my finger to the right, you'll see I'm turning up the volume on the radio, and then the other way I can turn it down. As we make our way down to the center compartment here, if I just push up on the bottom there, it will automatically open up. You'll see you have heated and cooled cup holders as well. So there's 2 different settings. Very cool to see that. You'll see the ambient lighting, either blue or red, to know which one you are on. There's a 12 volt in the center along with a USB. You have a wireless charging phone port as well. And you also have the optional credit card system here. So if you don't want to use your key, you have the option to use this instead to get in and out of the vehicle. Very nice if you're going somewhere like swimming or hiking and you don't want to carry your keys. You have the option to use that, which is very cool. Just behind that, we have the shifter with a really nice crystal finish on the top side of it. If we push on the trigger on the left side, all the way up is reverse. You'll see the backup camera light up for the rear, so you have the full screen on the left side and the top-down view on the right. Just by going to the side menu here, we can go to the 3D camera system. So using the gesture control again, we can swipe left and right here to see all around the vehicle, which is very cool. It's a good graphic to see. On the far side here, you can actually push on whatever angle you would like to see as well. So just a shortcut to it will bring it to exactly where you want. You have a car wash feature, so pulling into a car wash or to a parking spot or anything like that, you can easily place the vehicle and where the wheels are lined up, so that is nice to see. On the right side, you have a backup assistance along with automatic parking. We'll go ahead and put it into drive, and you get the exact same view. So it is very crystal clear. And then to the left of that, we have traction control. You can turn on and off your parking sensors along with the engine start stop feature. And then there's a couple different driving modes. You have Sport, Comfort, Eco Pro, and Adaptive setting. There's an automatic hold assist feature along with the electronic parking brake, a downhill assist control as well, and then all of those controls for the center screen. Just by pushing this aluminum button in the front, it will automatically open up. You have a good amount of room in there along with a USB port in the front side of it. It has the split style design to it as well. As we make our way to the glove box, you have plenty of room for anything that needs to go there. You'll see more of the piano black and trim pieces running across the dash. We'll go ahead and take one last look at these seats. And then this does have the full panoramic sunroof, so we have those controls up front. So you definitely have plenty of lighting with all of that open. There's also all of the dome light switches as well. Alright, so climbing into the back seats now. We'll start off with the door panel here. You have an adjustable sunshade that you can lock into place, obviously on both sides. There's aluminum on the release handle just like up front. You have more leather and stitching, nice ambient lighting as well running down the side here. There's plenty of storage space in the lower side of the door as well as behind both front seats. So you have a little bit here for anything that needs to go there, along with a USB and a mount here. So if you want to put some kind of mount here to have a tablet or something in the back, you have that on the driver and the passenger seat, which is nice to see. As we make our way to the center here, these are the other two climate controls for this vehicle. You have heated seats for both sides, and then your temperature, other AC controls, and things like that, with a nice digital screen. So the passengers are in total control of their climates in the back, which is nice to see. There's a little bit of a storage shelf up underneath that. Now talking about the legroom. I am 5'10". I have the front seat set at my height. I have a couple inches in front of my knees and then about 6 or 7 inches above my head. So it's actually pretty spacious in the back seats. They don't recline. They do have a little bit of a recline to them. So you can definitely get in a nice comfortable position and have two people next to you. As we pull the armrest down, you have a little bit of storage space on the back side. And then there are two cup holders in the front side. So you get some additional cup holders. The back seats also have a 40-20-40 split to them. So something I didn't show earlier, if you bring this armrest down, we can pull on this tab here and it will fold down the middle seat and lock it into place. So if you have anything that needs to go through and you have some backseat passengers, you can easily do that. As far as the other two seats go, you just pull on this latch by the headrest. That'll fold all the way down, lock into place, and give you even that much more room into the back. Last up, we'll go ahead and take a look at the rear storage space. Just up underneath the BMW logo is the electronic button. If I just push on that, the top section will go ahead and automatically open up. There is a lower section here, so just by pushing on this button, that will automatically open up. And once we're inside, there's about 37 cubic feet of storage space. With the back seats down, it goes to about 70 cubic feet of storage space, so definitely plenty of room. You can see on the left and the right side, there's a handle here. You can easily pull on that and watch the seat fold down, so you don't have to walk around to do it. Same on the passenger side. You have a little bit of a cutout to the right side, along with some tie-down hooks, so if you want to move anything large, you're easily able to do that. If we lift up, you get a full-size spare with a little bit more hidden storage space for anything that you want to put under there. And that is on a hinge, so that is cool to see. Up top, you have the removable cover, so if you need to hide anything, you have the option to do that. And then making our way back to the split style liftgate, you can either close that individually, or up top, you have a lock button and a close button. So if I just push on the close button, it will automatically do both of them for you. Alright, so now getting the X5 out on the road now, I think the first thing that I'll go over is the general visibility for a larger SUV like this. I like how the front windshield has a nice rake to it, so it gives you a lot of clear visibility out of the front, and the A-pillars are pretty thin on both sides. You can actually see a little bit in between the driver's side mirror and the A-pillar itself, just to give you a little bit more visibility. And then a glance over your left and right shoulder. The pillars in the back there aren't too bulky, so it gives you a good view. I can easily see right now out of both sides there. And then my favorite thing about this vehicle is the 360-degree camera system, which gives you plenty of exterior visibility while you're inside the car. Moving on to all the materials on the inside now, I really like how leather covers pretty much everything. As I showed you earlier, it's on the steering wheel, it's on the door panel. You have really nice aluminum trim pieces everywhere as well. And then my favorite thing on the center here is the climate control buttons. They're nicely laid out right in the center, and you have a small digital screen readout, so you don't have to go into the infotainment system to adjust those if you'd like. But I think now let's go ahead and talk about the power in the X5. I'm gonna put it over into sport mode. We'll use the paddle shifters here, give it a little bit of gas, nothing crazy. It's very smooth in the shifts, and for a large SUV like this, definitely gets up to the speed limit just like that. I really like too how it's pretty well insulated on the inside. There's not a lot of exterior noise. You can hear the exhaust though. Alright guys, so with the permission of the BMW employee right next to me, I'm gonna go ahead and step on it a little bit more. Whew, wow. Even coming around a turn here, we're on the brakes. It's carrying its weight well for an SUV like this, but it was very smooth in the shifts. Oh my gosh. Going on the downshifts now, back to third gear. Wow. I just got finished driving the M50i, and it almost seems just as quick as that. You can definitely hear that V8. It has a nice low rumble to it, but for a family SUV like this, it's nothing crazy loud or anything like that. And then might as well talk about the handling. Coming around a sharp right turn, just going normal speeds that you would in a vehicle like this. You can feel a little bit of body roll, but other than that, it's planted for going just the normal speeds again. You have Eco Pro and Adaptive, and basically Adaptive is going to learn how you're driving the vehicle. So if you're out on some sprinted roads versus just cruising out on the highway, it will learn what mode it wants to put the vehicle into, Sport or Eco. I have it in Sport Plus right now. I'm gonna go ahead and put it into Comfort, and you can feel the steering get a little bit lighter. In Sport mode, it gives you, I'd say, a little bit more feedback, a little tighter in the steering wheel. And then the suspension also changes. So in Comfort mode, it's a very smooth and comfortable ride, just like it suggests. If we put it into Sport mode, it gets a little bit stiffer. One interesting feature that this vehicle has I didn't notice earlier is the Sky Lounge option for the sunroof. So there's little LED lights throughout the entire sunroof. Can't really show it now during the day, but at nighttime they all light up. So that's just another cool option to see in the sunroof. Well guys, I think that's gonna wrap up my walk around review and test drive in the 2020 BMW X5 M50i. Once again, huge shout out to Hendrick BMW of Northlake for providing this SUV for me today. I will have all of their contact info in the description below. And if you guys enjoyed today's video, make sure you give it a thumbs up, smash that subscribe button, and we'll see you guys in the next video.